Alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kodash. We say that one and say the apostles and elders agreements and rule well. And salutations to all the Akemos of the pushing wood and all truth and it's ready day in and day out, constantly in season plus season. We say Shalom. Just going into a little topic here about not trusting your enemies because Jake loved the white man. All the things he saw do us, all slavery, the Peters, the killing us on to this day, they destroy the household, they test diseases on us, So, why trust this man? Why trust this person? And this is a perfect example here. It's a ferry operator apologizes after dozens of Bahamian evacuees were told to get off a ferry headed to the US. Right? Going on to the article, they say the ferry boat operator that ordered dozens of Hurricane Dorian evacuees from the Bahamas off its boat apologized to passengers Monday, but said it made the decision after being told more authorization for their travel was needed. Now, that is basically it. The Bahamians, they were thrown off the ferry, basically, were told to go back, right? Because they didn't have good documents or so forth. But on a normal day, on a normal time, they didn't need to go. They didn't need like a visa to go in the US. They just needed the ID card and I believe the birth paper, right? I think that's all they needed to go there, to go into the US. They didn't need much. But after the storm, after this death and destruction that plagued the land, you know what the so-called white man tell them, hey, turn back. We don't want all here. But on a common day, the Bahamians would pick up these white men. They would think that that is a friend, that is, we good. They're my brethren. That is how they go think, And this is a perfect example not to trust your enemy, right? It's a perfect example. Yeah, because there's promote the Edomites promote what don't worry, or they could come here anytime or they need come now, man. We go help all here. And it's a perfect example that hey, don't trust this serpent, don't trust this beast. You understand? Because there is an enemy. They don't want nothing better for you. They don't want to help you, right? At the end of the day, they're glad. They're glad they're seeing Jake being destroyed. They're glad they hear over 3,000 people dead and buried, right? They're glad, right? But Jake had to get into the mind that hey, that these people is our enemies, and the enemies will never want nothing good for you, right? Because of that perpetual hatred, the scriptures talk about that perpetual hatred that they have for us, right? The everlasting hatred. It's there, right? Because as I said before, on a normal day, they wouldn't need any proper authorization, proper documents. They wouldn't need that. On a normal day, all they need is an ID card and I believe the birth paper, right? Or I believe it's a passport and a birth paper, something so. But that is just it. They need no visa, they need nothing else. And they could have go America comfortable, right? So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 10, right? It said, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." Right? So yes, at the end of the day, that is our enemy, right? So why trust this? Why trust this person? Why trust this man? Right? There is an enemy. He don't want nothing good for you. And this is proof. It said, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as an iron rusted, so is his wickedness." And then we go back. What's your wickedness that these Edomites did unto us? We're talking about slavery. We're talking about the test diseases on us. They killing us until the day. The police killing us for nothing. Hey, our children can even have like a lemonade stand. Because these Edomites calling police on them. Your child getting shoot down in the streets. So why trust this man? There be all the news talking about the Red Cross will come and help and all these sort of things. But what is? What is? Just imagine you trying to go to a place You're trying to go to a place where, okay, well, you might find a little comfort, and this time meaning that it's a little better than Bahamas right now, right? And on a normal day, you would have just go across, you know. You'd have just take a boat and go across in the US, and you might have go there, spend however time, whatever it is, and come back home. No, anytime at this where it worse, you know, you need to leave, you need to move from the island because I was listening to the news last night that another hurricane, another storm, right, is coming. It already formed and it's going to pass through the land again in Bahamas, right? So people are there trying to leave, and the US don't want them, and that is to show you that that is our enemy. They don't want to help us. All the talk, they just talk. That is just to make themselves look good, you know. That is just to make themselves look like they're trying to help, but they aren't. When really and truly, there is an enemy, and the best they will do is try to destroy you again, right? Because hey, they will send ships, they will send the US ships to do with the same meds and so forth. But at the end of the day, the US ship, there's ways called there's kidnap people. There's kidnap people, take them from the land, because at this moment you can't give an account for who are alive or not. You know, so much of turmoil going on in the land, and Esau being an enemy, he come and do you all kind of thing. And this is an example. It say, never trust thine enemy, for like as an iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Hey, so is his wickedness, so is this so-called white man wickedness. It will never stop. Iron must rust, and so will his wickedness continue to be. So why trust him? You know, I was watching a video, but I sent a video that where the US sent ships to a certain Caribbean island to let them do free med care, you know, free med care. And it had a Jake was talking against it. The Jake was saying, hey, he was telling I think it's St. Lucia or one of these islands, he was telling the St. Lucians that, hey, don't even go and apply for this med care, because what they are coming to do is to test things on you. And he was basically saying the same thing. I was saying, like, hey, this man is who give us syphilis and all these things due to the same this so-called med care thing that they're giving out, right? So it's a good way to show that, hey, it's what the scripture said, don't trust your enemy, right? And that at the end of the day, it's judgment for Jake too, because they who is supposed to be trusting in it? He's supposed to be trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That is who is supposed to be putting the trust in, the Lord. But you'll put these Edomites, like if there's your God, right? These Edomites is your God, right? You'll put them on a high pedestal, and this is judgment to show that, hey, that is your enemy. They're glad you all dying. They're glad you all are nothing to eat and so forth, because you know why? They could fund wars, but it wouldn't help. They wouldn't help the sick. They wouldn't help. These people are going, hey, if these people really wanted to help, the amount of money that they have, right? They can have more than afford to help everybody in Bahamas. But that is the thing. That is the enemy. That is the wickedness. That is just the wickedness. The scripture says, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Iron must rust, so they must be wicked. Hey, as the days, years continue, it's more. They will just get more wicked, right? Let's say, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Yeah. So like they will say, you know, they will come to say like, hey, I come to help, I come to give a little hand. But you have to watch where it is to do it, because there is an enemy. It say, though he humble himself and go crouching, you know, he come in, you know, I come to help, I come to give you a hand. Where you need food, whatever it is, but the food they might give you, it heavily laced with something, you know. They might come to give you, they might come with a ship and tell you, hey, you have to take this ship to get food. And knowing Jake, they have to eat, they have to belly, they're hungry, whatever it is, they would do that. Right? They said, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, so you'll be able to see the wickedness that these people coming with. And there's a perfect example that, that perpetual hatred continues. you know, and the wickedness that they're born with it there. Let them go on. Hey, at the end of the day, Esau talk, they talk so good that they will catch you. You know, that is serpent, that old serpent. You understand? Talk nice. But that way the scriptures say here, it said, thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, the wickedness still there. You understand? Because this is wickedness. Because when I think about it, these people trying to flee an island that has no house, no water, no electricity, nothing. It basically mud. You know, what I was saying is that the stench was so heavy at the dead bodies that it unbearable. You know, you can't even breathe good, right? And and these people, they tell them what? They tell them, hey, you gotta turn back. Come, get off the ferry. Get off the ferry. On a common day, if they're going Miami Carnival, or if they're going some other shit, you know, what Jake does go in the Americans for, they would have go normal. They didn't need no passport. They didn't need this. They didn't need that. They'd have just go. And they would have be welcome. But that's to show you that, hey, this look alright, man. But he don't care. Right? It says, set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Yeah, remember. At the end of the day, Esau can't trust them. Right? It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Yeah, because they're playing. Hey, and if somebody have a snake, right? They're minding a snake. Now you know this is a wild beast, right? But okay, this person that minding the snake get bite, and you go say, hey, good for you, because you know that there is a wild beast, that thing till they go out in the wild, that's supposed to be on a tree, on the ground somewhere, you know. You go say good for you, because you know that that snake will bite you eventually. And it's the same here with Esau. You know, even though Esau might give you 2-3 days, I might give you a little, yeah, but are good vibes. But if that hatred still there, that wickedness still there, you know. It say, so one that goeth to a sinner and it's defiled with him in a sense, who will pity? Right? It say, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. And that is the thing, you see, hey, watch it. You fall, Jake fall here again. That destruction, we're talking about thousands, hundreds of deaths on the island. You know? No water, no food, nothing, and they're just trying to flee until the island can catch back, maybe catch back. Right? There's another storm on its way. But hey, Esau like, hey, fuck away with you. Yeah, no help yet. Right? It say, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Yeah, because there's an enemy, there's no friend, there's not a brethren. But again, I will say before, Jake think the white man is the friend. Hey, we seen it even with people in the so-called saying the truth. These so-called from I watching other Israelites running to they leave a camp and they're just running straight to the Edomite and giving them a whole story, you know. It say, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Yeah, you know, Esau be on TV. If you see Esau, oh God, your son died, your daughter thing, that real hard. That how they been on the news. Don't worry, we will send help. Example of that is like Puerto Rico with Trump. You know. You know, there's a perfect example. They talk about help, and Puerto Rican have no help. Puerto Rican get no help from these Edomites. And it's same with Bahamian, same with you, because it's Jake. It's Jake. All of them is Israelites. The Puerto Ricans, Bahamian, Barbados, all these places here, right? It's Jake. may have little heathens mixed up around them, because like in Barbados it have the Edomites that has come from America and go there, right? And I could bet you that the Edomites that went on the ferry, they get taken back into US easy, simple, right? It say an enemy speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He would weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood. Yeah, you know why they said? Because they tell them turn back, stay on the island, because at the end of the day, our next hurricane coming to wipe you all. Hey, the rest that survive, they want to see all the perish. You understand? Though they might say, yeah, will come, get help. But when they do come in, they tell them to turn back. Because that is perfectly what the scripture is saying. Our enemy speaketh sweetly to his lips. So why trust this person? You know? Why trust this man? Right? It say if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Yeah. Because when that's going on, you know, he's so there. He's so in the mix. He's so there. Hey, yeah, come on the ships, wherever it is. But it's, hey, they have greater plans for them that come in there. So some of these people might go missing. They're good. They survived the hurricane, but they go missing because they went on to Esau for help. And you know what Esau will eventually do? Esau will say, hey, that this person died on the hurricane. This person gets some disease. Some animal eat this person. That is just what it is. That is the enemy. How you couldn't trust this man? They say, if adversity come unto thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, and that is the thing. On the news, they ain't broadcasting this one, but you know what they're broadcasting? That Esau sent people to help them. You know? Come on. They say, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Yeah. Yeah. So why even trust your enemy? And this, as I said before, these examples of it. Right? And this is Psalms chapter 5 verse 9. You say for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre, and they flatter with their tongue. Yeah. The faithfulness in their mouth, like I was saying before, yeah, they broadcast all in the news. Yeah, will come for help. You go send help, all these things. But these people ain't getting help. It have countless of videos where the Bahamians talking that they have nothing. They have nothing. Bodies still on the ground and so forth. Right? So it say here, it say for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. The inward part is very wickedness. So yeah, the inward part is wickedness. That is what they want to see, because this here is wickedness, as I see. Right? It said their throat is an open sepulchre, they flatter with their tongue. It said, destroy thou them, O God, let them fall by their own counsels, cast them out in their multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. Right? I'm going to jump down the scripture here. Psalms. Psalm chapter 10. I'll go straight to the point. This is Psalm chapter 10 verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Right? You know? And that is just way it is with Esau. You know, and your Jakes are to go through this too, because you're trusting Esau more than anything else. You understand? So you know, I hope the video is edifying, and hey, at the end of the day, trust your enemy. You understand? So with that, we give our praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. We say double and say apostles and elders of great Muslim rule well, our teachers in the truth, and salutations all the come to the pushing, we don't know truth on the day in and day out. Constantly in season, the season, we say Shalom.